All right, and once again, Real Life Street Stars. We are live on our platform of Real Life Productions with Three God, aka Nature Boy, aka Legio, or BK Legio, his goddesses. Thank you, ladies, first and foremost, for taking your time to even speak with us. Again, this conversation was supposed to be had with Nature Boy on the line as well. But of course, I'll let y'all explain as far as why he may not be on this call in itself. As we get started get to talking, first and foremost, I want y'all to introduce yourselves. If y'all could just go down the line and just kind of let us know who you are.
Okay. Peace, I'm Goddess Eferu.
Peace, I'm Goddess Zoka.
I'm Queen Malia. Peace.
And I am Goddess Aya.
And ladies, thank you again. First and foremost, before we even get started, how are you guys doing? How are your spirits right now? Just how are you feeling, even coming into this phone call?
Well, we're fighting, especially against some very serious but false accusations at this moment. And it is something that has put our family under a lot of stress at this moment, but we remain optimistic and positive that the truth will eventually come to the light.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Now I want you to, because again, as we ask questions, I know one person is definitely going to speak for everyone. And even if you feel the same way, if you want to just reiterate, just to kind of double down on it, just to make sure, again, that y'all are a unit, y'all are moving as one, and y'all are of the same mind. But even if you're not, even if you feel a little indifferent, feel free to, of course, speak. Just, if you want to add a little bit more to any question that we ask.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that this process has been very stressful. It's been a year and 1 month since Eligio has been falsely, accused of these charges and been away from his family. And it has been very stressful, especially since, he didn't do anything. Like the world knows that he's innocent from these charges. So we're thankful to be here to, shed light on the truth. Because that's what we're, what our goal, what our objective is to just shed light on everything and speak the truth. So I'm thankful.
Yeah, appreciate that.
And we are thankful for you allowing us to come onto your platform and giving us the opportunity to speak our truth and to put that truth out there so that more people will be aware. And if anyone who is watching this live may know of, resources or things that could help us, because we are being maliciously prosecuted at this moment in time.
Yeah.
I know you haven't shared the malicious prosecution yet on your channel.
We hope you do.
We hope that you do.
Yeah.
But if you go to our social media, our Instagram, which would be 3Ligio, that's 3LIGIO .13 ISHOP. That is our Instagram. And our YouTube is Nature Boy TV. If you go there, you will be directed to see all of the corruption within the DeKalb County Police Department, what we have been going through. You will clearly see that all of these allegations are clearly false.
Yeah.
So Goddess Eferu put together a very well video. It's very clear, straight to the point. You'll be able to know exactly what's going on.
Yes, that's a fact.
Definitely. I was going to ask, and again, we're going to come from a standpoint of, some people may have more information, some people don't. So we're going to come from like a naive standpoint. But I want to ask, a year and a month ago, of course, this is when he was, again, grabbed. What were the charges that are being, that he's being held on? Falsely. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. Falsely. What are the...
Falsely accused. Maliciously. This is a malicious prosecution. False imprisonment, rape, and 3 counts of prohibition on nude, which were false.
Yeah.
The alleged victim never said anything about rape. She was coerced by
Chantel Coleman,
also known as the T. This is her real name. She put her name out there as Alice Castor, but that's not her name. Her name is Chantel Coleman, the T, who coerced her to say rape, which she never said rape. In every single video, if you watched it, she said, "We made love."
Yeah.
We made love. Yeah. This is a malicious prosecution. The detectives are involved. The prosecutor is involved. Detective Gregory Moore, Detective Panosium, Monica Panosium, and what is the prosecutor? Tabitha are all included in this malicious prosecution. And we're still, in this moment, fighting. And the judge, Stacey Hydra, we are in this process still fighting these alleged charges, these false charges. And we just need some help, some assistance from anyone that just can help us.
Yes.
We have everything that we need, but if anybody sees anything that they can do to help, that's all we asking for. We talking about these charges. We don't talk about anything else that goes against these charges. If it doesn't help and it doesn't aid in our helping to help these charges, we don't want to talk about it. We don't. And as you can see, our family has been going through a lot. This is very stressful on Mr. Bishop and his family, because this is keep happening. We've been swatted multiple times.
Yeah.
In every single country we've been in, we've been swatted.
Right.
And they've investigated in these countries and they found nothing. But when we got to the States, they got all of these critics and these people calling up to the jail. As you see, all in these police reports that's in the video that Goddess Afro did. I'm grateful.
Thankful.
She put together a well-organized video that is simply explained. This is a malicious prosecution. And we need this video to be posted and out.
Yes.
We don't need to be wait for y'all to wait. We need this to be out because this is wrong.
Yeah.
And this is not just happening to Eligio. This is happening to everyone. He just has family behind him that's able to speak up on his behalf.
Pyramid.
While they play with him.
He was
And
supposed to be on this call today. Can y'all explain as far as why he was unable to make this appearance today?
The same reason why he is incarcerated today in the DeKalb County Jail is because of online critics. They call the cops, say false, horrible things that is lies. Constantly for the past 6 years, he has been on his journey of spirituality and teaching, knowledge of self.
And that's it. Talk about being in tune with the universe and nature. And these people twist and turn our words and make it seem like it's horrible. We're not horrible people. We're just teaching about science and knowledge of self. And these people take it and taunt it and make it look like we're bad people, but they're the bad people. They're projecting their evil onto us.
Pyramid.
And we're going to stop to it by being on your platform.
Yeah, the truth
Definitely.
is,
So
it's gone too far. It's gone too far with the trolls, and it's gone too far. This is our life. You're playing with these are real people lives. Like he's in jail for a year for what someone said. A woman said something out of her mouth, and he can be incarcerated for a year off of that. That's off. You should question the jurisdiction and the reality of what world we're living in, because that's not right. And he's been denied a speedy trial, which is his constitutional right, by a public pretender. She's not trying to help him. She's trying to make sure that the prosecutor get her check and she get her check.
This is not right.
yeah, I personally was not aware you could deny a speedy trial. I thought you had a right to that.
Yes. And that's the thing. When we went to our bond hearing on June 2nd that just passed, we had a file for out of time speedy trial because recently when he was first incarcerated, he had a public defender. He told this public defender, he said, I want a speedy trial.
Exactly.
This same public defender said, no, I'm not going to put it in. So we continually reached out to her to stress her the importance of her putting in this speedy trial because it is his right to have a speedy trial.
Right.
Of course, she still denied and she put in the wrong one. And she did come We would get subpoenaed her to testify, and she told the judge the truth. She said, yes, I denied putting in the proper speedy trial for him. But the judge still denied his speedy trial.
Right.
And so what we're looking at here is we're looking at a person's humanly rights being violated.
Yes.
And I know that this happens all across the world, worldwide, where the justice system is not just and it is not fair.
Right.
If you could be incarcerated for a year for just because someone said something or someone said that you did something without properly investigating, that's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
And for you to be held and denied certain privileges that are human rights, that's not right.
It's not.
And it's not right at all. And we are here to stand up for his right and the rights of others who are victims to this justice system.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned he had a public defender, so he still has a public defender at this point?
Right now, he doesn't have a public defender. He's represented by his attorney, which has done a very good job at helping us get to where we are now.
Yes.
So she's helped us a lot, tremendously.
Has anyone come out to question you guys, or you ladies, I'm sorry, in regards to this scenario?
No.
No.
The night that they took us into questioning to their headquarters, we were all detained. They never asked us anything about this case. Never. Only questions about nothing else but me and Mr. Bishop's relationship. That's it.
Yeah.
They never asked us anything about the case.
No.
Never. They all took us in and questioned us, but never asked us about the case.
Yeah, it was a straight setup.
Yeah,
They separated the men outside, put the women inside, and then arrested all of us. And we went to the station, and everyone was in a cop car individually.
Mhm.
Everyone was set in a separate room individually. And then they never came in and questioned you. They never came in and asked no questions. Only people they asked questions to was Goddoeses and Queen Malia. And what they said was, "What would you do without him?"
That's it.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so this whole prosecution, it wasn't done properly.
No.
The alleged victim just goes up. She didn't even do it. She was coerced to even talk to the detectives. And even when she did talk to the detectives, she never said that her and Mr. Bishop, he raped her.
Mm-hmm.
She continuously stated that they made love.
Yes.
And if you're going to do an investigation on charges with this much severity, you should take the time to get all perspectives. Right. That's how you know it was malicious. If you go to the malicious prosecution video, when we talk about the detective's intent, the detective even mentions that he's been trying to get Mr. Bishop for a while now. He's been watching videos. He's been watching the trolls, the online critic videos. Our king, Eligio, he has 3-hour-long videos teaching. They will get 1 minute of a video and twist it and turn it into something negative. And they send all these videos to the police everywhere we go. We've been to Mexico. We've been to Nicaragua. We've been to Puerto Rico. We've been to Panama. They find a little piece of our home. They will find our location. And they will send these videos to the police wherever we are. And then the police come swat us. Big guns running down on us. Mm-hmm. Take us to get investigated. They never find nothing. We always leave. And we always clear.
But this proper investigation. They have psychologists there. They do proper investigation. They sit down and talk to every single person and ask every single person, "Are you okay? Are you fine? Everything goes on well here?" And everyone lets us go, and everybody is fine. And it's clearly in the video. Every single other day, they're coming to the home asking questions. Are we okay? They're leaving smiling because they're like, everything is fine in these people's home. Why y'all harassing them? Leave them alone. We can't go to these people's house every other day harassing them. Ain't nothing's going on, ma'am. We just went to the house. The police said we just went to the house.
Right. Yeah. That's in the malicious prosecution video too. It's exclusive footage of police body cams. It shows all of that. It shows the online critics calling the police saying off the wall things, just trying to get the police to come and get him removed. Like, that's their objective. That's something that we've been constantly going through.
Right, and everything in this video is the prosecutor's discovery.
Right.
Oh.
It ain't our evidence. It's their evidence is working for us because they ain't got nothing. They're trying to find something. They're trying to make an innocent black man a criminal when he's not.
And they only got the alleged victim side. They never talked to anybody else. Like, we were there.
Witnesses.
We were witnesses. They never talked to us or asked us anything. After we left that police station, they took us all back except for Eligio. And then we seen the arrest warrant said rape and all the charges. We were like, what? She said that they made love. This video, the interview she does with Chantel Coleman, one of Eligio's biggest harassers online, who actually wrote the victim's statement and who is in constant communication with the DA, sending her negative videos. She is behind all this, really. She's coercing her. And
So
these are the only people that they've been talking to, not us. Just the online critics, the people who, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Everybody that come on y'all channel who know Eligio, they on your channel because they touched him.
Pyramid.
So that everybody feeding off of his energy. And it's not right because you playing with somebody's life. It's been a year and 1 month. He been away. He ain't do nothing. Because people want to play with somebody's life. And that's not right. We tried to do it the lawful way. We tried to go through the jurisdiction, put in a speedy trial, get the charges dropped, but they keep denying our shit because they have a personal vendetta against him. They feel some type of way about a black man with a lot of power.
Pyramid. All he do is talk. All he do is talk, and why he got so much backlash and so much people that's upright in a fit. All he's doing is convicting your spirit. All he's doing is telling you the truth about yourself and the reality what you living in. You got to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say, "What? Damn, why am I so uptight about this man?"
And even in the chat, just haters.
So, even for perspective, how long have each of y'all known Eligio?
I know him for 5 years.
3 years.
I've known him for 3 years.
5 years.
And now you just mentioned the people who are in an uproar about him. Do you feel those people are out to, like, again, there's powers that be that are out to just basically prosecute him and just falsely accuse him of these accusations just because of a personal vendetta?
It is
Yes. He's a spiritual online teacher. He speaks truth, and the truth that he speaks, it just convicts people. And when the people get convicted, they get vindictive. They want to do evil things. They want to say evil things about him. They want to go to police and report instances on him that never even happened. It's just something that they said and that convicted them, so they're gonna go to the police and say these evil things to the police. What never happened. He's an online spiritual teacher. He is a really caring and loving person. He's very understanding. He's very loving. He's very kind. He's never done anything to no one.
Yes.
People project their fears and their doubts and their insecurities onto him.
Yeah. Pyramid.
That's it.
That's facts. And you know what? They do have a personal vendetta. Everybody, first of all, the online critics get paid. These people are getting paid money, okay? People getting paid money to make these videos and hate and just troll him and bash his name. People who leave his life, they able to get this clout online, this internet. They on here on this internet. They like all the attention that they getting from, if they just, if I turn on him and I say this and this happened and I spread these lies about him, all these people are gonna give me this attention.
Yeah.
So people are feeding off of that. The alleged victim, she wanted to be queen. She wanted this position. She wanted to be queen. If you go to the malicious prosecution video on Nature Boy TV, you will see the motive of the detectives, you will see the motive of the online critics, and you will see the motive of the alleged victim. and it's clear. And not only did she want to be queen, Chantel Coleman is paying. She is actually paying the alleged victim to do this. Her family is getting money from her to do this, to continue on with this. She's getting attention. Everybody's getting attention to continue on with this lie.
Yes.
Are y'all in communication with the alleged victim?
What was that?
Are y'all in communication with the alleged victim?
No, of course not.
And we just want to talk about the basic principles. We don't want to talk about nobody. We just talking about the truth and how it's all set up and the lie. You know what I mean? Like the setup. They set him up, and we just want to shed light on that. I don't want to talk. We don't want to talk about nobody specifically. No. We ain't in communication with nobody. We just speaking the truth and shedding light on what's going on and what we've been going through.
How often do y'all talk with Aaliyah?
We talk every day.
Every day.
What kind of just support are y'all giving him in regards to just being, still on the outside, him being on the inside, as far as, just his day to day? What kind of support are y'all giving him right now?
We just his support, his strength.
Right.
Yeah, emotional
take care
support.
of everything because we are a family.
Exactly.
So we take care of the household, making sure that everything is held together. And he's taking care for
lawyers,
emotionally,
commissary,
all of that.
Phone calls,
photos every week.
day.
Yeah. We send him photos every week.
Yeah. Make sure we call up there, his visits.
Yes. Wellness checks.
Everything.
Making sure he's getting his commissary.
Everything.
Yes.
Making sure he's getting the right accommodations while he's there.
Yeah. Also, posting on his social media. We still posting the knowledge on Instagram, on YouTube. We've been over that, and just making sure we continue our mission. And even though we're going through a trial, even though we're going through an obstacle, we still standing firm on what we believe in. We believe in the truth. Yeah. So we constantly putting that out, constantly putting out downloads from Eligio, and just being consistent. Every way we can. We just being loyal.
Definitely. I see that you have right in front of you guys. Was that like a shrine or?
Yes, this is our shrine.
Altar. There you go. When it comes to the video of the evidence that you guys sent to us, that you, like you said, you want the world to see this evidence. You said this is all police content, or what the prosecutors have. Is there anything that's in this video?
Wait, what was that last part it cut out?
Is there anything outside of the prosecutor's evidence that's in the video that you've sent us that you, of course, want the world to see?
Oh, yes. In the beginning, we talk about swatting. We explain what swatting is. When people making prank calls to the police so they can go to a particular address. And we show all the times we have been swatted in these countries, these Spanish-speaking countries. And then we go into how they try to do it in Atlanta, DeKalb County. And we go into the phone calls of the online critics that they calling the police.
And that they failed to swat him, and then they got the alleged victim. Yes,
we showed the alleged victim's initial police report where she didn't say anything about rape or false imprisonment. Then we showed the interview she does with Chantel Coleman, the T on YouTube, where she's being coerced. After she said that she made love, Chantel Coleman is like, you were sexually abused. You should press charges. You should go to the authorities and all of this. And then a week later, she calls the police again, making another charge.
After this coercion.
When she already did a police report. And then we go into the motive of everybody. And we show the arrest, everything that happened. And then we just explain the whole situation, how it happened, and everybody's motive.
Did y'all know the arrest was the arrest was coming down? Did y'all know that? Did y'all have any type of foresight of that was about to happen?
No, we didn't.
Well, 3 God looked out the window and he said, I feel something.
Yeah, he was feeling it more so.
That's all he did. And then they came down and shut the house down and arrested him.
So just to be clear, were there any crimes going on that you feel that were happening? And of course, I don't want you to, mess anything up. But.
No,
we got crimes was going on.
If speaking is a crime,
exactly.
That's the only freaking crime that was committed was speaking.
If it's a crime to be loud, passionate, intelligent, wise, if that's a crime, then okay. But when it comes to these charges or any other crimes or any other charges or any other allegations that people are saying, which is just gossip and hearsay, that's totally inaccurate. It is false. Everybody who knows him knows very well that he does not break any laws. He's 41. He's 41.
Never been convicted of a felony.
Black male in America who has never been convicted of any felonies whatsoever. He always tells people to follow the rules. He won't tell nobody to do anything like that.
And in the malicious prosecution, you will see how cooperative he is when he is being taken every time.
Even in all of the swatting videos, he always is cooperating.
He commends all of the officers every single time. They're doing an amazing job. They're doing a good job. He's always commended every officer. He's never going against their force or anything. He's just following all of the rules, and you'll see that in every video.
How long were y'all in Atlanta prior to this situation? How long were y'all in that county?
Probably for a little bit over a year.
Yes.
And in that whole year, we probably were swatted 2 to 3 times a day.
Oh,
A day.
Yes.
Yeah, we would look out the window and see the police pulling up, like clockwork.
Every day.
No one else is arrested. No one else is being held right now in regards to this scenario.
Nope.
No.
Okay. If the trial doesn't go as speedy as you guys want, let's say it is dragged out or it takes a while to get to an actual trial. Are you guys doing anything different? Are you going to stay there? Are you guys looking to do anything different, or is it going to be this scenario day to day?
We're prepared to fight. We're prepared to stand firm in our judgment. We're prepared to stand firm and speak up and continue to speak the truth.
Yeah. Whatever we can
till the end.
Yeah. It ain't nothing else to do. This is our family. Like, we solid in what we stand in. We loyal. Like, we all we got. Ain't nothing else. We ain't doing nothing else while Eligio, our king, our family is in jail.
Nah,
there's nothing to do.
That's not the way to move. That's not the way to live. That's not even our heart.
That's not even moral, ethical codes.
Yeah, you live by codes. You live by things that you do unto others as you would like to do unto yourself. So if you was in this predicament, in this situation, what would you want somebody to do for you?
You would want your family to stay down and stay loyal and help you out while you down and out.
Period.
So whatever they try to do in jurisdiction, we gonna do whatever we can to make it speed up, and that's why we get on this platform too, so it can reach the right ears. So if anybody knows any information and is interested in helping us, then we are open to receive that.
That's facts.
Is there anyone outside of y'all four that the defense may want to speak to that could help clear Eligio's name? Any person in particular?
Of course. Yes. We have many people who will speak up in his defense.
Yeah, we have a lot of it's a lot of haters, but there's a lot of people who got our back too, who love us and support us.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you then, we did an interview with Soular, Velvet, and also Shaka. What category would you put them in if y'all saw any of their content or know kind of what they're on?
I don't know. We don't want to talk about that.
Know anything about what's going on. We know about what's going on with our lives.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not sure.
Okay.
We don't pay attention.
If we were supposed to have this conversation with Nature Boy himself, of course he's not on here, and of course y'all are here in his stead. But what information do you think he would have said while he was on here as well, calling from DeKalb County?
I think that he would have said he's an innocent man, that he wants you to take a look at this video and see what is happening to him. And he would just want everybody to take a look at it. Just look at the video. It's right there. He's being done wrong. Yeah. Everybody knows already that he wouldn't do that. He has... It is a million girls that want him. He don't have to do anything against nobody. He don't have to do none of that. None of that. So he would want you to know that.
I think he will also want everyone to know is that the DA actually offered to drop the rape charge, which is the main charge. So it's questionable why he's still in there, because obviously, thankful that we found the right attorney. He's been not represented really good for defending his constitutional rights, but now that we got a good lawyer finally, she's been talking to the prosecutor and they actually offered to drop it, which is the main charge. And I think he will also want to say that even though a lot of people are bashing his name online, spreading lies, he loves you and he forgives you and he don't have no malice toward nobody, because that's just not who he is. That's not his heart. I think he
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
To add real quick to what Goddess Ephraim said about the offer that was dealt by the prosecutor. For one to be indicted, right? Tabitha has Nino indicted Eligio Bishop on the 89th day. You're supposed to have sufficient evidence, no doubt that this man is guilty for you to be indicted. And for you to drop that case and drop that charge for the rape charge and drop it, what was the indictment for anyway? He should have never been indicted.
Exactly.
He shouldn't have been arrested.
He shouldn't have been arrested.
Period.
Because
go ahead.
if you watch, this video is very important. This malicious prosecution video is very important because, and I really hope y'all post it after this, and then Eligio can come in and build on it, because this video is very important for people to see. Because we play the alleged victim's interview she does with Detective Moore and Detective Panosium. She said they made love 3 times. She said she gave it to him because she has feelings for him. But in the arrest warrant, the warrant that actually gets you arrested, it says he forced himself onto her. He pulled her in the room.
Mind you, they wrote that affidavit up.
They wrote that themselves.
They wrote
but the alleged victim never said that out her mouth.
They wrote that themselves.
Should Nature Boy like take the stand in his own trial if once it gets there? Do y'all feel?
I think that whatever works best, that's what's going to happen in this case.
Yeah. I want to ask, as far as how much time is he supposed to be facing with these particular charges that they falsely, like you said, they falsely put on him?
Because this is one of the 7 deadly sins, that you go to jail is a capital offense. He could be possibly facing life, which is why it's so important for this to be properly investigated. When we took a look into the discovery, we saw that the investigation was very one-sided. And for it to be such a serious charge, you would think that the detectives would ask more questions. You would think that they would break more into the case, because this is something that is going to affect his life. You know what I'm saying? In the long run, especially being convicted of these charges, but there was no improper investigation done at all.
No.
Understandable.
And for the charge that they was going to drop, they was going to give him a drop charge, keep the false imprisonment, and give him 7 to 10 years.
Hell no.
Hell no. We'll fight the
shit
case.
he didn't do. Please,
No.
Fuck out of here.
We taking no deal.
No.
Mind
That was a prosecutor's deal.
Mind you, everybody already knows about the T's in Chantel Coleman's interview about her saying that he would never treat me like this.
Yep.
So she knows that he would never treat her no type of ill kind of way. She already knows that. And everybody clearly could see that. Everybody who has been following this story, seen how her behavior and seen the bullshit that was going on and how he was always trying to tell her, you know, let me give you some advice from a real one. Just come over here and sit down. You won't have to go through these problems and issues that you have.
Real.
But yet, he's not responsible for other people's mistakes. There's many people who've been a part of our family and have left, and you have seen that they have made decisions that is kind of questionable
It
about
had
their
nothing to do with-
character. Like it looks foolish. You know what I'm saying? The decisions that they made online, publicly. And he doesn't have nothing to do with that. He don't have nothing to do. He was actually saving these people from destroying themselves.
Yeah.
And clearly we can see it now. We can clearly see it.
Are y'all wanting this story to get more national attention as far as spreading it even further than where it's already gone?
Yes.
Yes.
It will. Absolutely.
It will.
Yes. A&E is actually covering this case. BBC were attempting. They're big broadcasting companies that's actually covering it, and we just want to keep putting it out and make it go as big as it can.
Yes.
Yes. Have y'all tried to start as far as like a GoFundMe or any type of fundraiser to help his attorney fees and things like that?
Well, we haven't started the GoFundMe just yet, but we do have a Cash App that everybody can donate to help with this cost, because it does get costly.
We pay a lot of money every month, $1,500 a month
for a phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our Cash App is 3 LIGIO 13 ISHOP. That's our Cash App, and we are also posting it into the comment thread right now.
Now, I just have to ask, because I'm just curious, if things, for whatever reason, and I probably won't even need to speak into existence, if it doesn't go your way for whatever reason, do y'all have like backup plans, ways?
Hell no.
It's gonna go our way.
No, and it's gonna go our way.
Yes.
Period.
Okay.
Ain't no other way but this way.
Positive energy, positive thoughts. As far as if is there anything that Leo is needing that the world may need to know, like that they could probably, if there's anything that they could be doing on the outside, if you could speak to anybody, is there anything that he's needing, like maybe people to come forward, like you just gave the Cash App, is there anything that he's needing in regards?
Yeah. If you have any information on like civil attorneys, any type of attorneys, pro bono, whatever evidence or information that you may have, even if some people may have certain things that we may not have seen. Like I know that there's a lot of people who come forward with certain things that could help us in this case, like videos or information that they may think we could need to help us fight this case. Like any information, any and all is very helpful. And our I gave you the Cash App, our Instagram page. We answer all of our messages there. If you want to drop one on the YouTube link, any way that you try to get in contact with us, we're going to make sure that we're open to receive the information and continue the conversation.
Yeah.
Is the lead prosecutor a woman? Is the judge a woman?
Yes, they're all women.
All women.
Except for one, but mostly women.
Yeah, all black women by that.
Okay. So there's no real, I mean not real, but there's no men in this scenario as far as judge, defense attorney, prosecutor. There's no men kind of.
One detective, yes, the detective that said that we need to get this guy jammed up. He needs to go to jail and be put in prison. Yes, Detective Moore, Gregory Moore. He's the male in there. Of course, there are male, officers on there, investigators, detectives, whatever the case may be, male and women. But the main judge and prosecutors, they're women.
As far as the detectives, do y'all feel like with some bad police work happening, lackluster, like they're not doing enough, or they did enough and put their energy in the wrong place?
No, I think they didn't do anything.
They didn't do no proper investigation.
It's not a proper investigation when you only have interviews from the alleged victim's side. How do you detain 15 people that were there, but don't ask them no questions and you don't have any interviews from them? You even in the questioning of the alleged victim, you don't ask her any more details as to what happened.
Right.
Like when you say, okay, well, he pulled me into the room. Well, did he grab your arm?
Right.
Was he that? There was no questioning like there was no kind of question. It's not even wanting to know a little
No.
bit. Once they just got her in there to ask her questions. When she told them that they make love, they're like, oh, well, what about
Did you ever say no? And he said, did you ever say no? And she was like, yeah, I mean, I said no. And he said, do you really want to go? And I just started crying in his arms. It's like, and they just take that. They already, in their mind, they've been watching him. Their goal is to already get him, jam him up. The detective says, oh, he needs to be in prison. He needs to do this. He not listening to what she's saying.
He's happy he got
like,
case. He happy that he's able to put something on Alicia Bishop.
That part.
If we ain't got you, we ain't got nothing. That's what he told the alleged victim. If we don't got you, we ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this guy jammed up.
Yeah.
So they knew from the start that they didn't have anything.
So her going into questioning, they already had a perspective about him already, and she's going in there. So their mind is already made up that they're about to lock him up. For false charges. They already had it in their mind. They just needed somebody to go in and testify and lie so they could lock him up. Because mind you, they've been doing this investigation for a very long time. People have been calling up there for a very long time, but they couldn't really get them on nothing solid. So they had to use the alleged victim to go in and say, oh, he raped me. But her first initial police report was never nothing about rape. And Detective Huey asked her, is there anything else? She said, no, there wasn't nothing else. Goes to an interview with the T, Chantel Coleman, and then goes back to the detectives and said, oh, he raped me. Oh, I found out he raped me. Oh, I just discovered he raped me.
Yes.
What?
Wow.
What?
And for those that are coming in, as you can see, we have a cash up there. Again, all that goes to the help, of course, of Alio and the defense as far as fighting these charges that are, as they said, falsely put on him. He was denied bond. What was the reason his bond was denied?
5 times.
Yeah, 5 times. It's the 5th time. What
time.
is it? The same reason each time, or was there something new this time?
There are only 4 Iola factors. So yes, they denied him on all the factors, even though he meets all of the factors.
He does.
The judge is just biased because she's siding with the prosecutor.
Every time.
Every single time we go into court, she's siding with the prosecutor.
They've
not even listening to him. They already made up their minds.
They already painted a picture of him, especially with us having bad representation in the beginning. When you go into these type of situations, especially like with your preliminary hearings and stuff like that, your counsel, your representation is very important in the beginning. They set the tone for the rest of the case. And since we didn't have a proper representation, they actually has set us back.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Are y'all there for each court hearing? Are y'all present?
We're there.
Yes.
Okay. Do y'all see him anytime outside of the court hearing?
Well,
like visitation or anything like that?
Yes, he has visitations. Yes, he does.
Definitely. How was the mood in the court? How was his mood during these hearings? I know y'all are kind of behind, but how was just the atmosphere of everything?
Well, on one hand, I would say rejoice when you are persecuted for righteousness and when you speak in the truth. Because when you walk in this sort of path, you're going to be hated by many. You're going to be persecuted. It is never going to look like how we think it is. So we're always going to face dilemmas, setbacks, all of that. But it's how we persevere is what sets us apart, and that is what makes him a leader. Exactly. Because even though through all of this, you still see him standing tall. You still see him teaching. You still see him forgiving. You still see him giving positive energy.
Strength.
He's very strong
and very resilient.
Somebody in the comments said, "Tell us about the drone." I don't know nothing about a drone. What is that?
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. So again, for the video that you guys want us to play, it's going to show some things. that could, definitely, if the world gets a hold of, could possibly, alleviate some of the false prosecutions you guys are saying that is being put on Leo. But for everyone that y'all feel like, because I'm looking in the comments, and some people are saying let him free, some people saying keep him in there. It's like you guys said, there are no crimes being committed.
And for the people who are saying to keep him in there, I would say to watch your words, because once you wish on another person will come back tenfold to you. You never supposed to wish this on anyone, not even your worst enemy. That's not how it goes down. What you should think about, and what he teaches all the time, is that oneness. We are on this floating rock in the middle of space. It's called Earth, but we don't know where we are. Nobody can tell us where we are, what we're doing here, why we are here.
Breathing the same air.
We breathe the same air, but yet we attack each other. You're never supposed to wish bad on nobody. It's gonna come back to you tenfold.
Yeah, I'm just curious. What are y'all? What are y'all religion?
Go ahead.
Like what are y'all religion like? What is your faith lie? If it was different.
Truth.
Science.
The observation of nature.
Yeah,
Patterns.
Yeah, we ground ourselves in the false sciences, melanin, grounding, astrology, biology, and quantum physics.
Yes.
Man, I would love to have y'all in studio and have a deeper conversation in that regard. But for another time. Once again, Nature Boy is supposed to be on this call, but at the last minute they pulled it. If he does come back on, and y'all are able to, of course, be on the call as well, because we do want to try to kind of convene and have him on the call as well to be able to speak, and y'all kind of support whatever he says. How much, again, he requires his own media attention whenever he just even speaks, and we want to be able to give him a voice, if anything. How often do y'all speak on the phone? I know you said every day, but as far as if they took his phone privileges away, will he get him back within 24 hours? Does it take a few days? How does this normally go?
Well, whenever we we'll set something up. We'll schedule it. Whenever we hear, we're gonna let you know, of course, because this is something that he really wants to do, is to get the truth out there. So, of course, once we know, we're gonna let you know.
And I'm just curious, and y'all could answer this one by one, or in unison, I guess. I don't know. But what do y'all miss most about Nature Boy being gone?
His presence.
Just
him.
Yeah.
Just him.
Yeah.
It's his essence.
Yeah. He just needs to be free. He's a very
he just
loving.
brings us a different atmosphere. He just brings joy. He wakes up in the rising with music and happy. He just brings so much joy into our lives, into everybody's life.
Yeah. One thing about him,
positive.
One thing about him is we are on a whole nother level of like awareness and understanding, and when we just are all together, we are just building. We're building on like the universe and like esoteric metaphysical knowledge, like, and that's one thing I miss about him, just being here. We're stronger together. And
definitely.
That I missed about him is his ability to bring people together.
Yes.
He loves his family very, very much.
Yeah.
And so he would he's a family man. He treats everybody like he just loves so hard, and that's why he's so passionate, because he really cares to see each one of us doing well.
Yeah.
And so when people wish bad on him, it really bothers me.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really
So
does.
when you see people use the word cult, you more so think of family, I'm assuming.
No. You see that word cult, there's a whole story behind why he's not a cult. He was called a cult by Canada when there was a girl named Kayla Reed, a white girl named Kayla Reed came to follow him. He let everybody come and just live in his home. They at one point they was just eating his food without even asking. He came in and he didn't know what was going on. There was no order. It was no structure. And so this girl, when she came, I guess her parents wanted her to come home. She did not want to come home. And her parents called all kind of people, the news. It was very big and international, and they labeled him a cult
Yeah, because
leader.
they don't understand it.
Now, once they labeled him a cult leader, and the news took that and ran with it, now that word is going to be associated with him. But what he tried to do, because people kept calling him a cult leader, he said, fine, you want to call me a cult leader? Let's break the word down, because cult is nothing but a culture. Everybody who is in the United States of America is in a cult.
Yeah,
the police department, they are in a cult. They wear the same color. They have a chain of command. If their commanding officer tells them to do something, they will do it. But you know what? It's ignorance. Because when people see something that breaks away from the norm or goes against the grain, they label it as something bad or try to demonize it.
Yeah.
They've been doing that to us, been doing that to our people for a very long time. So no, he is not a cult leader. He was just a spiritual teacher who went out into nature and allowed people to come to his home and into his life.
Yes.
And these people brought their problems to him. These people labeled him a cult leader when all he was trying to do was share.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up. I appreciate it. Has there been any, and I'm just curious, and this is outside of the actual case, has there been any other men coming in to assist y'all outside of the, any other men coming in or around to help out y'all or help out Elio and kind of take charge, or is it just y'all?
Well, he still handles everything, even from in jail. He has friends, acquaintances, people who support him. But as far as taking charge, no, he takes charge.
Okay.
There's people who still calling him, and he has a better attitude than most people who are not even in jail right now.
Pyramid.
So he handles all of the business, all of the affairs. He is a man who handles everything. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's in there. It's still him.
Yeah,
he's still him. Pyramid. He's solid. Pyramid.
Definitely. And again, and thank you for even sending us the video. Of course, I know we're live, so we can't technically do much with it, but we'll try to get it on the playback version of this because we will, of course, play it back. As Leo, he may see this interview, of course, again before he comes on himself. But just since we have the world's attention, if you could just say something to him right now. I know you guys talk every day, but if you want to say something to him on this platform, what would you like to say? In regards to just his spirits and things like that.
You said to him specifically?
Yes, speaking to him directly.
I would say I love you, and you'll be free, free soon. We're gonna be here. We're gonna be standing strong. We're gonna be standing tall. Always here for you because we got your back.
Pyramid.
She speaks for everybody.
That's
Pyramid.
It's all hard.
Yep.
And what would you say to the alleged victim or the prosecution or anybody of that nature?
I would just say to just have a heart. How would you feel if it was happening to you and your family member was accused on false allegations? Would you properly investigate? Would you put your all into it? Or would you go along with the lies? At the end of the day, you're gonna have to sit here and think about everything that you have done.
Yes.
Really.
No, definitely.
But it all will be forgiven.
Yeah.
All is going to be forgiven. We're not that type of people. But I mean, just have a heart. If you see clearly that there's some sort of injustice being done here, I mean,
You have to speak up.
speak up about it. Like, don't just go forward with that.
Right.
Definitely. Definitely. I know. Thank you. That's, man, very well spoken. Again, if there was a narrative out there, I'm glad you guys are pushing your narrative forward. I'm glad you guys are having a voice. And again, we want to make sure you guys have an even bigger voice, because every voice matters in this whole scenario. You know, each one. I keep seeing well, you guys mentioned the word pyramid, and I maybe I'm just new to it. What does that mean when you say pyramid? I thought y'all were saying period.
Pyramid.
Oh, you know, I see people say period. We say pyramid. The pyramid represents the 3, 6, and the 9, which is the language of the universe.
Oh.
The 3. That's the whole download from 3.
I got some learning to do. Well, I don't want to hold you guys up too long. Again, we're gonna try to redo this one. I know we kind of had a situation where Nature Boy is supposed to be on the phone. We're gonna set that back up, as far as for him to be able to speak himself. But I definitely want to speak with y'all, and I'm glad we did. There is a video that definitely gives much more understanding to what's going on and what you guys are missing in regards to this whole scenario. So we're gonna again add that on at a later time. And again, go ahead and give your IGs, because I know you're gonna post it on your platforms as well. Go ahead and give your IGs.
Yeah, we're just going to give the main Instagram and the main contact information, which if anybody wants to get in contact with us, like I said, these platforms will be available for you to connect with us. So the Instagram is 3, the number 3, LIGO dot 13. That's it, right?
GIO.
The number 3, LIGIO dot 13 ISHOP. That is where we can be reached at. Our YouTube is Nature Boy TV. We're coming out with a website soon, which will be natureboytv.com. Also, too, like we said earlier, our Cash App, you put it in the link, but it's 3 LIGIO 13 ISHOP. And so that's where we can be reached at if anybody wants to reach out.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Once again, I definitely give y'all all the credit in the world for having the strength to fight this battle just the 4 of y'all. Y'all seem to be leaning on each other in a sisterhood that is should be marveled at with other young ladies in this world. But again, I do thank you for your time. We're going to probably talk offline. So we're going to go from there. And again, we're going to try to reset up the scenario where Nature Boy is going to speak with us, call in, and kind of course, speak his piece. But once again, ladies, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And we will talk to y'all soon again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.